My beloved child, I need you to stop for just a moment. Stop scrolling. Stop rushing. Stop pretending that everything is fine when deep inside your heart, you know something is missing. You have been holding on to something or someone for so long that your hands are bleeding and your soul is exhausted. You have been praying, crying, and begging for things to go back to the way they were. But I need you to hear me right now, clearly and without any doubt. I did not remove that person from your life to punish you. I did not close that door to destroy you. I did not allow that loss to break you forever. I allowed it because I love you, and I have something far greater waiting for you just ahead. You see, my child, there are things I know that you do not. There are plans I have written for your life that your human eyes cannot yet see. When you lost that relationship, that job, that friendship, that chapter you thought your world was ending, you sat in the dark and questioned me. You wondered if I had forgotten you, if I had turned my face away, if you had done something so wrong that I was now punishing you with silence. But I was never silent. I was working, I was moving, I was clearing the path ahead of you, so that what I have prepared for you could finally reach you without anything blocking the way. Think about it honestly. That thing you are still grieving, did it truly give you peace? Did it make you feel secure, valued, and deeply loved? Or did it leave you anxious, uncertain, and constantly fighting for a place you deserved without struggle? I see everything, my child. I saw how you bent yourself into shapes that were never meant for you. I saw how you silenced your own voice just to keep someone else comfortable. I saw how you poured your love, your time, your tears, and your energy into something that was slowly draining the life out of you. And still you held on because letting go felt like losing. But I need you to understand something that will change the way you see this moment forever. Letting go was not your defeat. Letting go was your beginning. I am your father. I am the one who formed you before you took your first breath. I know every dream buried inside your heart, even the ones you stopped believing in. I know the version of your life you once imagined, full of love, full of peace, full of purpose. And I want you to know with every word I speak to you today, that version of your life is still possible. It was never canceled. It was only being prepared. The people who walked away, the doors that closed, the plans that fell apart, none of that was the end of your story. It was simply the end of a chapter that was no longer serving the destiny I placed inside you before you were even born. I know what it feels like to watch someone walk out of your life. I know the silence that follows. That heavy, suffocating silence that fills every corner of the room they used to occupy. You pick up your phone and almost call them. You see something that reminds you of them and your chest tightens. You lie awake at night replaying conversations, wondering what you could have said differently, wondering if you had tried harder, loved more, spoken less, maybe they would have stayed. But my child, I need you to hear this truth and let it sink deep into the soil of your heart. Some people were never meant to stay. Some connections were only meant to carry you to a certain point, and when their purpose in your season was complete, I lovingly and deliberately moved them out of your way. Not because you were not enough, but because what I have for you next requires space that they were occupying. You have been so focused on what you lost that you have not noticed what I have been quietly placing in front of you. While you were crying over a closed door, I was building an entirely new hallway. While you were mourning a person who chose to leave, I was preparing someone whose heart was being shaped specifically for yours. While you were questioning my silence, I was speaking through every small moment of peace you felt, every unexpected smile that broke through your tears. Every morning you woke up and somehow found the strength to keep going. That was me. That was my hand on your life, steady and sure, never once removed from your shoulder even when you could not feel it. I want you to think about the times in your past when something ended and you were devastated, completely certain that your life was over. Think about how you wept and how long it took to stop hurting. And then think about what came after. Think about the doors that opened, the people you met, the strength you discovered inside yourself that you never knew existed. Was I not there? Did I not come through for you then? Did I not turn that painful ending into something you now look back on with gratitude? I did it before, my beloved child, and I am doing it again right now. The difference is that this time, I am asking you to trust me faster. I am asking you to release what I have already removed and turn your eyes forward to where I am leading you. There is a reason I told you to let them go. There is a reason I closed that chapter with such finality, It was not cruelty, it was protection. What was attached to that situation was beginning to pull you away from the path I designed for your life. The longer it continued, the further you would have drifted from your true purpose, from your genuine peace, from the real and lasting happiness I have always wanted for you. I love you far too deeply to watch you settle. I love you far too much to allow you to shrink yourself down to fit into a space that was simply too small for the greatness I placed inside you. You were not created to beg for love. You were not created to chase people who were never running toward you. You were created to walk in the fullness of everything I have already prepared, and that walk begins the moment you finally open your hands and let go of what I have already released. Now, I want to talk to you about something that perhaps no one else has been honest enough to tell you. Holding on to what I have already removed from your life is not faith, it is fear. And I understand that fear completely. The fear of starting over, the fear of being alone, the fear that what I have for you next will not be as good as what you had before, the fear that perhaps you waited too long, that your time has passed, that the window of blessing has already closed and you somehow missed it. But my child, I created time. I created every morning that has ever existed. And I am telling you today with absolute certainty that your season of blessing has not passed. It has not even fully arrived yet. You are standing right at the edge of it, and the only thing separating you from everything I have prepared is your willingness to stop looking back and take one brave step forward. I want you to understand something beautiful about the way I work. I do not replace people and situations in your life with something lesser. I do not close one door only to open another that is smaller and darker. When I remove something from your life, I am not downgrading your story, I am upgrading it. The person I have for you will not make you question your worth every single day. The opportunity I am bringing will not drain your energy and leave you empty every night. The peace I am guiding you toward will not feel like something you have to constantly fight to maintain. What I have prepared for you is effortless in the way that only my blessings can be. Not without challenge, but without the constant, exhausting ache of trying to force something that was never truly yours to begin with. Think about a seed planted in the ground. From above the surface, it looks like nothing is happening. The soil is still. There is no visible sign of life. And if you did not know better, you would assume nothing was growing. But beneath the surface, something extraordinary is taking place. Roots are forming. Strength is being built. Life is pushing upward through the darkness with quiet, unstoppable determination. That is exactly what I am doing in your life right now. Just because you cannot see the miracle does not mean it is not happening. Just because the answer has not appeared yet does not mean I have forgotten your prayer. I heard every word you whispered in the dark. I collected every tear that fell onto your pillow. I was present in every moment of silence when you had no more words left to speak, and I was already working on your behalf in ways that will leave you breathless when you finally see the full picture. My child, I need you to stop apologizing for the space you take up in this world. Stop shrinking. Stop making yourself smaller to avoid making others uncomfortable with your light. The people I removed from your life were often removed precisely because they could not handle the magnitude of what I placed inside you. Your dreams were too big for their comfort. Your faith made them nervous. Your potential threatened the limitations they had accepted for themselves. And so rather than rise with you, they chose to pull you down to their level or simply walk away. And I allowed it. I allowed it because eagles were never meant to nest with sparrows. You were built to soar at heights that not everyone around you was designed to reach. And the higher I take you, the more carefully I must select who stands beside you on that journey. I want to speak directly to the pain that you have been carrying silently. The kind of pain that you smile over every morning before stepping out into the world. The kind that you hide behind busy schedules, behind laughter, behind the brave face you have perfected so well that even the people closest to you have no idea how deeply you are hurting inside. I see it, my child. I see the exhaustion behind your eyes. I see the weight you carry into every room you enter. I see the moments when you are surrounded by people and yet feel completely and utterly alone. And I want you to know that I am not asking you to pretend that it does not hurt. I am not asking you to manufacture a joy you do not yet feel. I am simply asking you to trust me in the middle of the hurt, because it is precisely in the middle of your pain that I do my greatest work. The enemy wants you to believe that your story is over. He wants you to look at your current circumstances and accept them as your permanent reality. He wants you to take the broken pieces of your past and build a prison out of them, convincing you that the walls surrounding you right now are all you will ever know. He whispers that you are too damaged, too old, too tired, too far gone for anything beautiful to grow in your life again. But I am here to silence that voice with the full authority of heaven. You are not too broken for my hands to restore. You are not too lost for my eyes to find. You are not too wounded for my love to heal. I specialize in taking what the world has discarded and turning it into something so magnificent that people cannot explain it without mentioning my name. I need you to remember who you are, not who your pain has told you that you are, not who the people who left you made you feel you were, not the version of yourself that rejection and disappointment and loss have painted in your mind. I need you to remember who I created you to be before the world got its hands on you and tried to rewrite your identity. You are my child. You are chosen. You are deeply and permanently loved by the one who spoke the entire universe into existence with nothing more than a single word. The same voice that called light out of total darkness is the same voice speaking to you right now, telling you that your darkest season is not your final destination. It is simply the tunnel you must pass through to reach the extraordinary life waiting for you on the other side. And about that life, let me tell you what I see when I look at your future. I see restoration in places where there has only been loss. I see genuine laughter returning to a face that has forgotten what pure joy feels like. I see relationships built on honesty, loyalty, and a love so solid that no storm will shake its foundation. I see doors opening in areas where you stopped even knocking because rejection had taught you to expect nothing. I see your finances turning. I see your health improving. I see your mind finally finding the quiet peace it has been desperately searching for through all the noise and confusion of these difficult seasons. I see your family healing. I see your purpose becoming so clear that you will wake up each morning with a fire in your chest and a direction in your steps that cannot be extinguished by any obstacle the world places in your path. This is what I see, my child, and what I see always comes to pass. So here is what I am asking you to do today. Right now, in this very moment, I am asking you to make a decision that will change the entire trajectory of your life. I am asking you to release your grip on everything I have already removed. I am asking you to stop revisiting the graves of dead seasons and instead turn your face toward the sunrise I am bringing into your life. I am asking you to take the pain, the disappointment, the confusion, the grief, and place it all into my hands. Not because the hurt is not real, not because what you lost did not matter, but because I am your father, and I refuse to let that pain be the final word over your life. You have wept long enough. You have waited in uncertainty long enough. You have carried burdens that were never yours to carry long enough. Today is the day I am asking you to lay every single one of them down at my feet and walk forward unburdened into the life I have been preparing for you all along. I want you to understand that letting go is not giving up. Letting go is not weakness. Letting go is perhaps the most powerful act of faith you will ever perform, because it says to me, to the universe, and to every dark force that has tried to convince you that you are finished, that you trust your Father completely. It says that even though you cannot see the road ahead, you believe without any shadow of doubt that the one holding your hand knows every step of the journey. And I do, my child. I know every stone on the path. I know every valley you will pass through and every mountain you will climb. I know the exact moment your breakthrough will arrive, and I am already there waiting for you, smiling, with my arms wide open, ready to show you that every tear you cried, every prayer you whispered, every night you spent trusting me in the darkness was absolutely and completely worth it. The person I have for you will recognize your value without you having to explain it. The opportunity I am bringing will fit your gifts so perfectly that people will marvel and say that it was clearly designed just for you, because it was. The peace I am leading you toward will feel so natural and so complete that you will wonder how you ever survived without it. Everything that was taken, everything that walked away, everything that crumbled, I am not just going to replace it. I am going to exceed it in ways that your current imagination cannot fully contain, because that is who I am. I am not a God of barely enough. I am not a God of just getting by. I am the God of abundantly, extraordinarily, overwhelmingly more than you could ever ask or think or dream in your most hopeful moment. My beloved child, you have come so far. You have survived things that should have broken you completely, and yet here you are, still standing, still breathing, still believing, even when belief felt impossible. That was not accident. That was not luck. That was my hand on your life, holding you together in the moments when you felt yourself falling apart. And if I brought you through everything behind you, what makes you think for even one single second that I will abandon you now? Now, when you are closer to your blessing than you have ever been before. I will not leave you. I will not fail you. I will not arrive late. I am already ahead of you, preparing the table, opening the doors, arranging the details, and calling the right people into position in your story. All I need from you is your trust. All I need is your willingness to let go of yesterday and step boldly into the tomorrow I have designed specifically and lovingly for you. Let them go, my child. Let it all go. Because what I have for you next is beyond anything you have ever dared to imagine, and it is already on its way.